Gulby. Bro. Oh my god, I'm so sleepy.
This is the initiate. Ember, present yourself.
At your service, master.
Please, just Sid. There are no masters here. Your life is your own.
Oh, of course. Thank you, Sid.
It's tired, man.
The sergeant says you'll be evaluating me at my trial.
Worked a long shift yesterday. I've been taking a while to just to try to wake up, man. It's been bad.
I am. But I swore I'd face him. Just like the man who saved my life.
Who would that be?
Gav. It was him who found me and freed me. No magic, no support, just one man and his nose. Came and sniffed me out. It taught me what one man can do if he puts his mind to it. And I've been training ever since, so that one day I can be someone's saviour, just like Gav was mine.
I'm sure he'd be flattered. You clearly have good intentions, Ember. And it sounds like you're under no illusions. Stick to this path and you'll make a fine curse breaker.
So, what? Have I passed?
You haven't even started yet. Now listen.
How's your day going?
Not far from here is an Imperial lookout, Eastwatch. The guards there record all their sightings in a logbook. You are to find it and bring it here.
No, I still haven't finished the story yet.
Anything else?
But I'm getting really close.
Well, sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial outpost and stealing the logbook would be quite sufficient. You'll need to assess the situation, determine a point of entry, create a distraction and effect an escape, all without being discovered and thrown into an Imperial oubliette.
Ember.
An
Gav's done
oubliette,
this now because
huh?
he can do everything. It's essential that you know your limits.
Know my limits, right. I won't let you down.
Doesn't sound like he's knowing his limits.
It shouldn't be as dangerous as I made out. But keep a weather eye on him all the same, would you?
On my way. All right, Ember. Impress me.
So yeah, we're just like running around and doing side quests. Like, I thought I was in the last mission, like go beat the game last mission, and it ended, and then like 10 or 12 different things popped up, like all these different side quests and shit to do. And then it's like, man, I got all this other stuff to do. I've done everything else up until this point, like every last little thing, and still needed to do these other things. So I've got one, I believe is one final mission that I have to do, and then yeah, trying to knock all of these things out first, and then gonna go do the story. Sorry, my allergies are fucked today. I don't know why.
These are clean kills.
I slept so hard, man. Like, I was streaming last night a little bit, and I don't even think I made it an hour and a half in. And I was like, I'm going to bed. It's like, dude, it's in terms of Final Fantasy, it's like a 9 or a 10. I'd give it a solid 9. There's a couple of things that like aren't like super interesting, but it doesn't really take away from the entire game anyway. But yeah, it's been a blast, dude. I've loved it. Easily probably one of the best Final Fantasy games I've ever played in my life. Homie is getting jacked up. Oh, come on. Solid 9. Like, solid 9 for sure. It's been so much fun. Like, when you guys actually, like, hop in and play it, man, like, you're gonna understand kind of what I'm talking about, because there's so much shit here. It's a lot of fun.
Gone. Of course. Scouts really are a rare breed. Back to Northreach it is then.
Yeah, I'm trying to knock out all these side quests as fast as I can. I've got 3 hunts that I have to do. So it's really just grinding and killing shit.
I didn't expect you back so soon. Where is Ember? How did he fare?
I thought I'd find him with you. He must have fled. I followed him to Eastwatch, where I found him being set upon by a wild Avis. He was just standing there. Didn't even draw his sword. I had to step in and take care of things. But by the time I had, he was nowhere to be seen. I assumed he'd set off in your direction.
Yeah, I might try for it.
Apparently
There's a
not.
lot of hidden things, like hidden trophies in the game.
I knew the boy had a nervous streak, but he seemed like...
The right man for the job? I believe this is the logbook you tasked me with retrieving.
Eh? How did you... Don't you tell me you breached the tower while Sid was busy saving your skin.
What? Wasn't that what you asked me to do? To bring the thing back without getting caught?
He has you then, Nazaire. And he did it all on his own.
But Sid, he
did what he thought was best. And now I have to decide whether I agree.
Of course. We'll await your evaluation back at the hideaway. Don't you leave my sight.
Yes, Sergeant.
Also,
This won't be an easy decision.
every time, dude. There's always like some game where you're just like, man. Now this is a bounty hunt that I have to kill. And this might be tough because Dragoons can be pretty tough fights. Oh yeah, he's gonna go ape shit.
He hasn't heard. And he doesn't look like he's willing to listen.
Damn, dude. Damn, dude. Oh, shit. I'm pretty high level though, so damn it. I thought it was gonna give me what I needed. Only all that for 2 meteorite. What an asshole. Alright.
Would have been glad to have.
And I think the other one, it says that there's a sunken tower along the coast. So I have to find a sunken tower. I think we're just gonna walk around this way. I don't know. Maybe. I doubt it. It would be right here. Yeah, I don't think it would be over there. Fuck it. I guess we can chocobo for a minute. I need to be fighting everything so I can get the experience. I'm on my way to getting to level 50. So I really should be fighting everything, but I'm also trying to knock out a lot of stuff today too.
You deserve a rest.
Good God. I remember. And I don't think there's going to be a fallen tower over here, but we can kill a couple of these guys real quick. The $2 card. I don't know. I don't think so. You know, I don't think there's any $2 cards, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's one of the strongest that you can get for that particular class, and it's still not even maxed out. I need 4,000 ability points to master it, and that's what I'm trying to do because it's like it's really punishing. You know, it's just not right. I don't want to use the potions right now, but I'm kind of playing a little sloppy. I'm just tired, dude. Toast. So yeah, I'm trying to like kind of go through and just get things done on my wheel as much as possible. Like that's done. This is like all of my main like abilities and fighting stuff. That's done. And other than that, it's just kind of down to like their ults. Except for these last two were the two latest to get. So I'm a little behind on some of these over here. But it's all good. We got one more 1,000-point one to master. And then it's all just grinding for their ults, getting their ults up as high as possible. I think we're actually going to swap Garuda for Shiva, because I don't play nearly as much with Shiva, but it's really good. And we're going to do Prime. For this. But you can also fully like customize and mix and match everything that you want to do. So if you want to be like play Garuda, Garuda has like this, you can throw out this claw and it'll grab shit and pull it down to you. If you want to do stuff like that, then that's great. Like you can pick that like underlying subclass ability and then swap out the actual abilities for whatever else you want. Pretty ridiculous, honestly. And I don't know, I'm pretty sure it's in Northreach, but there should be a tower that's a sunken tower, like in the waves kind of thing. That's what I'm looking for. There's a bounty over here that I have to fight. But yeah, I have all of the iconic abilities. They did these trials, man, and there was like 7 trials to do, and they're all over a different element. And some of them were very hard. But I actually, it's kind of like doing berserker fights for, like God of War. think we're actually going to swap that around a little bit. We're going to keep on Shiva, but throw Rama in there too, because Rama's got this really awesome ability, that one, where like the two of those kind of go hand in hand. So this one and this one, just constant damage. Where's Judgment Bolt? I still haven't unlocked Shiva's ult yet. Diamond Dust is awesome. Let's see. Something that would be the constant damage. It's just I'm good for about another 2.5 hours, something like that. I'm kind of just taking it easy today. I have to work tonight, basically nights the next 2 nights, and then I switch to mornings. Then I think I have a double like this weekend, and then I'm off Sunday. He's got fucked up, homie. I'm just being kind of stupid, just kind of try some stuff out a little bit. I really need her Diamond Dust. That's only another 1,000 points.
Guess we're all ready.
It's about 70 US. You can go up from there and do like the collector's edition stuff. They have like digital soundtrack, art book, stuff like that. You know. Dude, let's do fucking Titan. Yeah, Titan is definitely the play. It's brutal. Titan doesn't give a fuck. Titan hits like a truck, man. His abilities, like, he's a lot of fun. Like you can block with his arm here, and when you block, like precision block, you can counter and like do a quick little combo real quick and just smash some dudes up. It's pretty awesome. And the trials and shit that you have to do are like, and this ability here, like, it makes it to where like it does damage, but it also keeps me from taking damage. So it lasts as long as I have those little orbs flying around me, and I literally will not take damage the entire time. Pretty awesome. It's a nice little protective build that you can do, but it also works really well to stagger enemies too. So if you want to like bust some shit out real quick. Where is it? Oh my god. I don't know if there would be anything over here, but we're gonna go look. Still more coastline down over here for sure. I don't know where a fallen tower would be. If I can get ahead on my finances pretty quick, I'm gonna try to buy an Xbox. There's a couple of games that I want to play on Xbox. And Starfield is probably one of them, but... Oh, that's right here. Okay, so let's think this through. I don't know if Shiva is the play right here. Let's switch to Rama. I don't know why it keeps doing. Oh no, there's just a couple of games that I want to play. And it's getting into that life cycle where like there's a new Fable coming out for Xbox. Starfield's about to drop in like a month or so. And there's games that like I wouldn't mind going in and playing, but like I don't know. I like benefits from both. I think the exclusives are way better on PlayStation, but I think there's some cool stuff to play on Xbox too. That, and I probably legitimately haven't had an Xbox in about 10 years. The last one I had was an Xbox 360. No, I'm probably not going to play Spider-Man. You know, I should be playing both of those because I haven't played any of the Spider-Man series, and I heard that they're great, but I still just haven't done it yet. Don't ask why, I just haven't done it. This might be a tough fight. Go ahead and just give it a little jolt. Okay. It's a very riveting moveset there. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. It was a complete malfunction. I hate you. Alright, fucking melt this turd. That shit is beast, bro. It's like one of the most simple things to do, but if you throw it out there and you have other things chained with it, it's like, you're done. It just beats that ass. Okay, so that's 2. And there's my Darksteel. Shit, can I go do that now?
I'm getting tired.
I don't think there's anything else here. Top's done. Go back to the hideaway. And then I gotta move into the southern portion so that way I can take out the rest of these bounties. Ah, man. Grab my potions real quick.
Clive,
Hi.
if you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here.
You know, honestly, like
Again. Or don't.
I'm getting some money from these bounties real quick and these missions real quick.
So what do I owe the honor?
Making me a sword,
So
bitch.
would we.
Yes.
Should last you a good while.
That is, at this point in the game, and not playing New Game Plus, that is the best sword that I can get in the game right now.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
And I've got one more piece to get.
You should have seen.
I think the last bounty
Welcome back, Sid.
was that. Oh, it's in the
Back. Trip wasn't too much of a pain in the arse, I hope. Truth be told, it was me who suggested roping you in to help with the trial.
Your fucking back hurts, man.
Things didn't go quite as planned.
No, they most certainly did not. Ember lost his nerve in the face of a beast of prey, but he didn't lose heart. He pressed on, and he achieved his aim. And is that not what we ask of our scouts?
Indeed it is. Thank you for your honest appraisal, Sid. The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior on hand to pluck him from the jaws of peril. All I have gleaned from this trial is that without someone watching his back, Ember is little more than a liability.
Wait, Sergeant. Ember still has much to learn, it's true. And this time he was found wanting. But I'd say he's due a second chance, nonetheless. After all, he did do as you asked.
With a bit of hard work, any hand can be made to hold a blade, and any mind can conquer its fears. But a scout's nose is different. You've either got one, or you ain't. And by sniffing out that log, young Ember here has shown he has a conch and a half. Wouldn't do to waste it now, would it?
Fine. One more chance.
I'll do whatever you ask. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I have to. I'll show you. Just you wait.
Daft as a brush, that one. But his heart's in the right place. Just like someone else we know. And if you ask me, we've been leaning on him for far too long. About time the curse breakers took some of the weight off his shoulders, I reckon.
It couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him thinking he's been hard done by. Next thing you know, he'll be asking for a day off. Chance would be a fine thing. Back to work.
Forgive me, Sid. This did not play out as I expected.
Things rarely do these days. But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Men who can make the best out of a bad situation. Remember that.
I will, Sid. Thank you.
Just in case, I'm just gonna check the board real quick. Garnick's at. Oh yeah, there's still something over here I've got to do real quick. One more that I have to pick up for my study. Nope, I'm wrong. This one here, and then there's another one in my study. There's so many side quests to do right now, it's crazy.
About that. Oi! Let's see.
Something troubling you?
No more than usual. It's just... Eda's baby will be coming soon, and I wanted to make something for it.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north, families would always make gifts when a bairn was on the way. Yeah, let the little tykes know they were welcome in their new homes, like.
So, what's the problem?
Well, the problem is that Eda's due any day now, and I don't know if I'll be ready in time.
Is there anything I can do to help?
You know, there just might be.
All right then. What exactly are we making?
A good luck charm. But not just any good luck charm.
Not just any.
No. one made from the feather of a silver chocobo. There's naught lucky in all the realm, or so we used to say back home anyway. Thing is, they're hard to come by. Had Otto and Karen check with their suppliers, but nothing. I'd try and track one down myself, only...
Only the big day is fast approaching. And that's all you need, a feather.
That or the bird whose horse it's attached to, aye. I was gonna start by asking around with traveling traders plying the northern borders.
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through Martha's. I think I might make that my first port of call. I'll let you know if I find anything.
You're a good friend, Clive. I won't forget this.
You really need a fucking eye patch, bro. Yeah, there's still 3 here. There's one in my study, and then there's 2 in the atrium. Fucked. Silver linings there. Sucks, there's so many things to do. Alright, let's go here. It's like, God. Let's find a mission and go do it. Oh, hey, yeah. This is the one I wanted to do first.
Your Grace, my lord.
It's like a side story mission, basically.
Onerous. Cyril, you found a letter from father? Yes, I have it here. If you would do us the honor, my lord.
An inheritance.
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the blight spreading ever more widely across the twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides, those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
'Tis true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it, at least.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, Your Grace.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
I feel like all of the voice actors need to just clear their throats. 'Cause they got gravel in their voice. Like, come on. Wondering what this is.
The Undying are not the only secret fellowship in this realm, you know. There are others, each working for their own ends. Why? Not so very long ago.
My lord, Your Grace. I hardly recognize you.
Out with it, woman. Jesus.
I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift.
Interesting.
I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with His Grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
A certain specimen?
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
What say you, Joshua?
What else? Dragon's Wake is to the south of here.
Or on.
But we must not be hasty. The good lady has been disappointed once already.
Throw away. Oh dear. I hope it doesn't spring.
I kind of wish the sky wasn't just like constantly gray everywhere you go. It's kind of like that part of the game where there's just bad juju in the world going on. Like there, I can pretty much just sit there. That's why those two are like so handy, because Will of the Wikes, and then the name of the other. Keep forgetting. There's so many in my brain's like. Yeah, like lightning rod. Those two paired, it's just constant magic damage. So whatever is in the middle is just getting smacked by it like over and over and over again. But you can also just do stupid shit like, I'm not gonna get hurt, so I can just sit here. It's actually pretty entertaining. So, last of the 1,000-point ones. And now we're just on... Yeah. Now we're just on the really expensive things. Some stuff is getting maxed out, some stuff is... I went the wrong way. Some stuff is unlocking for the first time, and some stuff is mastering all the way.
Eyes peeled, Joshua.
Like Shiva's Diamond Dust is like unlocking for the first time. And I do have Dancing Steel. Dancing Steel's dope. It's a really strong like Odin ability that I have.
There it is. For House Rossfield.
Oh, did you just summon? Fucking... Okay. Oh, I see what's going on here. much.
Is this the Heartstone?
The
I expect
Heartstone.
Lady Goditha will know.
Gotta be the Heartstone. Why? Because it said it was the Heartstone. Oh my god, I need caffeine. Too many side quests.
Oh, thank the Founder you were safe.
Gil's money.
Slain then?
And a Heartstone claimed.
Oh yeah, you've never played Final Fantasy before. Yeah, Gil is money.
Yes, this radiant luster like frozen flame. It is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Goditha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith.
Hmm.
The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms, only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Goditha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you for your loyal service.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord. Your Grace, for coming back to us, for giving my service meaning.
Damn. Pretty big jump. I accept.
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Should we pay Father a visit?
I
Interesting.
think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it, for it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Thank you, Cyril. Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
Still inaccessible. See, that's so silly that there's still things that are in this game that are like places where I can go. Like, I'm at the very end of the game and there's still places that I can't go. But they do that intentionally because they want you to keep playing after the game ends. I'll be right back. I'm just grabbing caffeine. Alrighty.
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
To save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies. That and less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. Father was truly capable. But perhaps these bands would have helped. He was with us would have made all the difference.
Really? What? Oh.
It's just back there.
Hey, Lola. Haven't seen you in a while. Doing alright. I'm tired. Started a new job, so I'm just kind of like getting my ass kicked right now.
Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
Ruh-roh.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then.
Onward.
Which one did you play?
And to a new beginning.
Oh, yeah. Alan Wake is the shit. I'm actually really excited for it. When does that come out? Let's see. Because I know, like, they've been waiting to do that one for a while now. October 17th. Yes. Alan Wake is the shit. Joshua has joined Clive's party and remained with him until departing for... Okay. I don't know why it just not did that, though. Josh could have been in my party this whole time. Long walk. God, there's so many side quests. Let's just... yeah, we're just gonna hoof it. Yeah, I'm excited for Alan Wake. I haven't played the first one in a long time, but I was obsessed with it for a long time whenever I did play it. It's a pretty gritty game. Yeah, that's how long it's been. It's not It's not Xbox exclusive, is it? Wait, Alan Wake is free on PSN right now? Are you serious? Hang on a second. And downloading. Dude, that is awesome. Thank you so much. Like, I honestly, I've been so busy with work and shit here lately. Like, I haven't had any time to like go explore a lot of stuff. Like, I haven't played Destiny, like nothing. I've been playing as much Final Fantasy as I could. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for that now. That might be what I'm playing next, because I haven't played Alan Wake in forever. Plus, I need to like kind of revisit the story a little bit, and that's awesome. No, that's cool. I had no idea. These ability points right now, like, this is nothing. Yeah, we might just skip over this area. God, I don't know. Like, I'm on the fence. I need to knock a lot of this stuff out, but like... Speak with the merchants at Martha's Rest. Oh, man. I was thinking about playing the South Park games, because I've never played the South Park games, and I've been watching like way too much South Park here recently. So
A silver chocobo feather.
I was thinking about hopping into those, but
Though you're not the first to mention.
I don't know. Alan Wake might be my jam.
There was a man stopped by the rest not long ago.
That's awesome.
He was attacked by a silver chocobo near some gutted hovel not far from Eastpool. Most took him for a braggart and a liar, but who knows? Perhaps there was some truth to his tale.
We'll see. Thank you.
It's my name. Great Gabio.
How do, traveller? You've the look of a man who could do with a new whetstone? Or perhaps a bawdy etching of the Vicerine?
Maybe another time. I'm looking for a silver chocobo feather.
If that's the case, rumours are all you're likely to find. No one has seen a silver chocobo for years. Word is they were all hunted for their feathers. Some northern nonsense about bringing good luck. Didn't bring them much, nor their bows. If any are still out there, I reckon they'll be doing their damnedest not to be discovered.
You're probably right. Thank you anyway.
Should be. Here. I kind of go back and forth a little bit. Like my name, like Garbio, has been kind of an ongoing thing with my buddies for a while. And when I changed it from Garbio to Spectre, it took them a little bit to kind of get used to it, to the name change a little bit. But
you wouldn't happen to sell silver chocobo feathers, would you?
I deal in fruit, not fancies. But if it's fancies you're after, I suggest you try Rhiannon's ride.
Was a silver chocobo seen there?
Oh, yes. If you believe the ravings of a madman.
It wouldn't be the first time. A silver chocobo sighted in the hills near Rhiannon's ride. It sounds almost too good to be true. But since I'm already here...
Oh my god, these allergies. I'm gonna have to take some Zyrtec. There's something in the air today, it's been bad. But yeah, I kind of changed it a while back just to kind of, I wanted to kind of reinvent myself, and then when I did that, I was like, just be the guard, man. If I'm gonna stream and stuff like that, just be me. People are either gonna like it or hate it either way, so I don't really care. So it's back to the garb. It's kind of a long story. It just got stuck. That old nickname, that old inside joke that stuck a long time ago. So that's why I'm back as the Garbio. Let's see how fast I can beat this thing. Oh. Okay. really. This lock-on stuff right now is really weird. No, that's dope. I've been curious about Alan Wake too, so yeah, I didn't think it was gonna last that long. I'm at that part of the game where like everything is just getting absolutely just smacked and destroyed. I have the best sword that I can get. I have pretty much the best items that I can get. I'm super high in level. But there's still a lot.
Tracks. They're not left by bandits for a change.
For a silver chocobo over here.
More tracks. And these look fresh. The chocobo was here. And recently. Perhaps it still is. I don't hear anything. Well, I'll be damned.
Please don't make me kill the silver chocobo.
It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you. Just borrowing a feather for my friend. Thank you. Let's get this back to Gav before they change their minds.
It was no trouble.
Clive, you're back.
I think I'm gonna need something stronger than caffeine.
Any luck, you say?
Crystals crack. Is this what I think it is? Where in the hell did you find it?
It's a long story.
Right there on the road to Eastpool. Who'd have thought it?
Everything up there's been abandoned for years. The empty cabin made for the perfect shelter. Though I fear my presence may have forced the poor creatures to look elsewhere.
Don't blame yourself, Clive. The Blight's right on Eastpool's doorstep. They'd have had to move on before long, even if you hadn't have turned up. They'll find a new home. Trust me. After all, that's what us endangered animals do. Anyway, what matters is, you managed to nick us one of their quills before they could run off. And now all that's left is to fix it to the carving.
I didn't know you could carve.
Reckon there's a lot you don't know about me. Like the fact I'm as good with a whittling knife as I am with a sword. And that bone Ember gave me's a dream to work with. What did you say it was from again? An Avis?
But it weren't your Avis, Sid. I slew one of my own at last.
So all those long nights in the pit finally bore fruit. I'm proud of you, Ember.
Don't speak too soon. I ain't done my trial yet.
There we go. What do you think?
I think if you ever hang up your scouting cap, you'll be able to make an honest living.
Oh, will I? I should go and see if Ed is awake.
Give it my best.
You can give it to yourself. Come on.
Something tells me I'm not done with the hunts, though. I feel like this game is going to continue a little bit after the fact. Because there's still some stuff that I want to do. But I'm pretty close to just knocking everything else out, and I don't know.
Me lords.
I feel like there's going to be some high-end level hunts coming in.
Thank you.
Finally got to face a behemoth. That was fucking dope. Those things are huge.
Something wrong?
Wrong? No, nothing like that. What it is...
Go on, please. It's beautiful. Did you make it?
We did. Aye. It's from all of us here at the Hideaway. New family, like. It's a good luck charm. We may come up north when a band's on the way. I mean a baby. To let him know that they're part of the family too. Oh, I hope you like it.
I don't know what to say. I thank you, my lords, for everything.
If there's anything you need, just let us know.
I will.
Clive, fancy a swift off? I'm thirsty.
I could be convinced. Don't you think you've had enough?
Oh, we're celebrating. I'm gonna be a father.
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
Ah, you know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times. Wasn't long after me 10th name day. My mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over. What with me being the runt of the litter. Thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labour. Had myself a baby sister. And then I didn't. My whole family gone in a blink, while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was. Great brother I turned out to be. I'll never be a leader. And I'll never be a hero. I'm just a daft little dog who comes running when his master calls. I'll never be like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
Have you finished?
Maybe.
Do you know why you're our best scout? Because you don't need anyone to hold your hand. Without your resourcefulness, your courage, your determination, I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like,
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learn from it. And here you are after Founder knows how many missions, stronger for everyone. And let's not forget Rosalith. Who was it who freed me from the dungeon? Who was it who ran to Jill's rescue?
That would be me.
Because you're our brother, Gav. My brother.
Your brother.
Which means that when the time comes,
I get your room. And your sword.
Dude's a quick drunk. He had three sips and he's like sobbing like a girl.
I may have had one too many.
you may have had 10 too many.
I said I was thirsty. Better get back to work anyway. After I walk this off. Clive?
What is it?
Thanks for, you know.
I know.
Do you think they'll come back?
my god, how many... Really?
If Joshua's worried about Jill, I should go and speak with him. It's usually me making demands of Hippocrates. I wonder what this is about.
I don't know, but that could be something cool, so... All the things coming together, huh? Handful of them left. I think it's weird that a lot of those are popping in at the very end of the game. Like, it would make more sense for them to be scattered around throughout the world, but a lot of these really touching moments are kind of like towards the end, so a lot of keepsakes and mementos at the very end of the game kind of makes a little bit more sense. Up, Tomes?
Swordsman Hippocrates. I received your note.
Ah, yes. I expect you're wondering what this is all about.
You spoke of making amends with Dion, but I can't imagine what for.
Then I should begin by telling you that I was once his tutor. This was some years ago, of course, before I joined Sid in his hideaway. At that time, I was counted among the foremost scholars of Oriflamme, and was accordingly invited to the palace to supervise the young prince's education, all to ensure that the future emperor had a firm grounding in, well, everything an emperor should. History, religion, commerce, government. Alas, our time together was cut short when Dion left to join the Dragoons, his studies no longer being deemed necessary. I had not expected to meet with him again, least of all here.
Have you spoken with him?
No, I have yet to find the right moment. His Highness always seems so preoccupied, especially when alone. I would not wish to disturb his ruminations with idle words of greeting. Not when I know he dwells upon the evil Ultima had him commit in the Dominion.
The guilt weighs heavily on him, I know. But as you say, that was Ultima's doing. Surely you can't blame yourself.
When I first met him, it was not guilt, but his people's expectations that weighed heavily upon him. And I did nothing to ease that burden. He bore it alone, until the day he could not bear it any longer. It is one of my greatest regrets that I only ever offered him my wisdom, when what he truly needed was friendship. The blame for Dion's transgressions lies not only on his shoulders, but on mine.
I see. I'm ready to help you in any way that I can.
Then I beg that you bring me a wild wyvern tail. Apothecaries across the ages agree that even to glimpse such a flower is to be granted inner solace. Fabulists and fraudsters all, of course. But there is oft a seed of truth to be found where even the most outlandish opinions align.
Well, it can't hurt to try. Where can I find this flower? And how will I know it?
You have seen cultivated wyvern-tails before, I trust. The lily-white blossoms from whose roots the poisonous ink for the brand is distilled. Well, those which grow in the wild differ only in their purple hue. The harsher the environment in which they are raised, the deeper the colour. There is a waterfall in Rickmal's Roost across the strait, where the flowers once grew in abundance. Whether they still survive there, I know not. But try as I might, I can find no likelier location.
It's all right. I'll find you a wyvern tail one way or another.
Thank you, Clive. And please, be safe.
And this is the first that anybody's ever told me to be... Not be safe, per se, but... First anyone's ever told me to be safe, like going on an errand.
Joshua, I read your message. You're right. Jill is different. I don't think I'd realized how different, but since we returned from Drake's spine, I've felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us. To let her know that we still need her, now more than ever. That you still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the Duchy? And Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill.
To see the snow daisies, I remember. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the countryside.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we'd even made it halfway there. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say, he was none too pleased.
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business. What do you say?
Man's Hill. It's not that far.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left. What would you do without me, Clive?
This is the place, but...
I'm sorry, Clive.
There's nowhere been spared. What do we do now?
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies grow.
Perhaps, but it's the only place I know of. Knew of.
Then why not ask someone who might know of another?
Someone in the backyard. To the hideaway, then.
That is so stupid. Like, why did it send me here for that? Like, why? The blight took the flowers, okay?
The gardeners knows where to find
Why didn't we just fucking go over here? I'm sure they would have realized that the blight took some of that shit over. God.
Say what you will.
And this is the longest walk down here too. I really despise coming down here. 100%. So, all in all, there's like only a couple of things that I really don't like doing in this game, and walking all the way the fuck down here is not one of them. Because there's nothing here. Except for the occasional mission or...
What brings you down from the
I don't know, there's some good missions that come in here too, though. So, I guess it's not all bad.
Joshua and I are looking for a place where snow daisies grow. Preferably in abundance.
Snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold. And where the winds are strong enough to carry the seeds. I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place to start. There in the Royal Meadows, perhaps? Both have similar climbs and the right elevation. If the Blight hasn't claimed them yet.
Right. Thank you.
Did you learn where we might find our flowers?
The gardener here mentioned the Royal Meadows in Sambrak.
Ah, the fields beyond Northreach. Well, if that's the case, then Yote was right. I recalled that she kept a record of our travels, you see. So I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that snow daisies grew, and she mentioned Oilafeist Bay.
Whose shores border the meadows. Off we go then.
Go then.
And how might I help the garrison today?
I'm gonna see if I can knock out a couple more quests, and then I gotta pop off. About 45 minutes, and then I gotta go. Chug some water, grab some more caffeine. My brain and my body are having a really hard time waking up today. I came home like completely destroyed. I worked the double yesterday, and I did training in the first half, and then I closed down bar last night. First time to close down the bar by myself. I've only been in the restaurant maybe... This is my 6th day, and it's like...
Come on.
Closing shit down by myself, like, that's a lot. It took me a while to get my stuff done and get done, but I will develop my routines a lot better from here on out.
The meadows are vast. Where do we even start?
Yote mentioned the coastline. We can start there.
Flowers and our friends. What do you see, boy?
Now, come on with it, Cletus.
Let's hope this is the last one.
Only one way to find out.
collect the flowers. Collect all the flowers.
That was harder than I expected. But found her. It was worth it. They're beautiful.
Do you think Jill will like them?
She'll love them. Come on. Let's go.
It appears my work is done. The rest, as they say, is up to you. Well, you and the skies. We wouldn't want another thunderstorm now, would we?
Jill, there's something I'd like to show you.
There is? And where might this something be?
It's, not here. Now, I know this is sudden, but how would you fancy a trip to Oriflamme?
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me. I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. The smile on your face is enough. We've been worried about you, Joshua and I. Do you remember when I took you to Man's Hill? Or tried to?
How could I forget? You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift my spirits. In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern scolding from your mother. But I felt wonderful nonetheless.
I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was getting us both into. But I couldn't bear to see you like that.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noblewomen at court. They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal line. No one thought to ask me what I wanted. I was nothing to them. A pawn at best. I felt so trapped, so lonely.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there. Your hand in mine as we ran for those oaks. And I knew then, no matter what happened, I would be all right. I'll never forget that feeling. Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized No matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me. And you have. Again and again.
Giggity.
Where do you see us? When all this is over?
I don't know. Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
Then that's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
Don't do it, dude. Oh, these guys are here.
I never was much good at garlands, but it'll have to do.
I'll treasure it forever.
Thank you, Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure. We should probably be getting back. I expect the others are wondering where we are.
You're right. There's still much to do.
And we'll do it together.
It's not bad. Mm-hmm. Let's... Oh. Okay. Okay. Some of these fights are really good, but like I'm just gonna try to cut through. Try to go mostly straight through here. Damn, he got fucking destroyed. They're both here. Okay.
purple flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
Caution, brother.
In a little bit of roundabout, go back around where I was. Jesus.
Doris is waiting for me near Balmung Dark. The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by a Kashik. I need to hurry.
I'm curious to see what's going to happen over here. Because this was completely locked off. I'm wondering if some of the other missions are going to take me into those areas too. That would be cool. Lady.
There were no guards, I take it.
None manning the gates, no. It's a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with Akashic. Most likely guards left behind when the wardens ran. If Chadwick was being held here, I worry that he may already be.
Don't give up hope just yet, but let's move quickly. Let me check the ground floor. The ether stick is there.
Then I'll search the upper level. Good luck, Sid. Stay safe.
Just how bad are the floods inside the walls? Bad enough to turn a bearer. I have...
This is interesting.
Tight.
Oh, I get to go in here? Okay. Prison for the detainment of bears, both foreign and domestic. Purpose of this facility is to rear and train a Kuza beast for deployment in the field.
Okay. So this place was no ordinary prison, and I doubt they'll have taken the creature with them when they fled.
I wonder what it is. So it's basically a scientific research facility where they're training a beast to fight. That's crazy. Okay, let's go. Be interesting. We're gonna be a little thorough here because it feels like it's gonna be something interesting. Recognized as an especially aggressive species, this being the case, I hope that successful deployment on the battlefield might be a means of inflicting heavy casualties on the enemy. And exercises conducted thus far, however, the beast has proven incapable of distinguishing between allied and enemy combatants. As such, deployment alongside regular troops is not recommended. It is proposed instead that bear captives be employed in order to draw enemy focus, and the beast then driven into the fray in order to achieve maximum benefit with minimal loss of Waluder lives.
Minimal loss of Waluder lives. And what happens when they run out of bearers?
It's crazy.
Even the Imperials take better care of their branded than that.
They literally were just like throwing people into this fight, throwing the slaves over here just to like lure the beast over to fuck everything up in combat. That was their grand plan. Recent supply shortages left us with insufficient resources to feed the Kuza entrusted to our care. Fortunately, the creature was observed to kill and consume the bears assigned to fight besides it in a mock battle conducted as part of its training. The beast was further observed to enter a state of visible contentment. Upon feeding in this way, suggested that live bears may even be its preferred source of sustenance. While this behavior is unexpected, it is not unwelcome. Bears no longer of use for training purposes can now be repurposed as required.
They were feeding bearers to it. This is even worse than I'd feared. Nothing but a Kashyyyk down here. Hopefully things are looking better upstairs.
It's a crazy...
You can't see how Doris is getting on.
A crazy situation. They're literally like feeding people to whatever this creature is. And the Kuza, I think, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be a behemoth. She's over there. We're going this way. Okay. Something on the other side too. I have to go around. There might be a way through. This has turned into a longer quest than I was anticipating.
Downstairs. But I did find out that this place was more than just a prison. Something far more sinister was happening here.
I know. I've been reading some of these documents, and it can't be true, can it? Bearers die every day in service of their masters, but this is so much worse. Pitting bearers against a wild beast armed with nothing but their wits? And all in order to bring about more death. And not just those who could fight, but the elderly, children even. And those who wouldn't or couldn't were disposed of. Whatever that means.
I'm afraid it means they were fed to the monstrosity they kept here.
Then we're too late. And I was a fool to bring you here.
Don't say that. Did you find anything else?
A key. But it doesn't fit any of the locks on this floor.
Perhaps it will fit one of the doors downstairs. There's a corridor I haven't searched yet. Finish up here, then come and find me when you're ready.
All right. I'll be there in a moment.
I'm feeling like this is going to be an Akashic behemoth.
Let's see what we can find down here.
What?
Survivor.
Still someone alive here?
Just sounds close.
Who are you?
There's no need to be afraid. Are you alone? Are there any other survivors?
Some of the guards. They're still here. But something's wrong with them. Everyone else was eaten by the monster.
Of course there were.
Thank the Founder.
It was worth our coming. But I'd rather we didn't linger. Are you ready?
Ready when you are. You poor thing. You must have been terrified.
Did Chadwick send you?
What?
He fought the monster. Distracted it so I could run away. He must have sent you. He promised to free the others too. Where is he? He opened your cell, didn't he? You wouldn't be here otherwise.
Chadwick.
Was that?
Monster's back! Chadwick, help!
We have to get out of here.
Doris, keep the girl safe.
All right. You put that bearer-eating bastard in the ground.
It's out there waiting for me. I can't let it live.
Ugly
Not if it's got a
motherfucker.
taste for bearers.
I was hoping it was gonna be like a weird turn of events. That like a Tonberry was gonna pop up or something. Because a Tonberry would have been a really fun way to end this little mission because it's so intense, but like I don't see a Tonberry eating all the bears. That's just kind of a fucked scenario. I go through the main gate now. No. It's got to be a way to go up. Oh. Alright, let's go kill a behemoth.
The beast will wreak havoc if it ever leaves the prison. I can't let that happen.
Yeah, I forgot it did that. You are fucked. Damn. That was quicker than I thought it was gonna be.
Finally.
Sid, are you hurt?
I'm fine. I think.
No.
What is it?
A diary. I gave it to Chadwick before we went our separate ways. He was here. Do you think that creature?
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last. The girl is safe thanks to him.
Chadwick. You fool.
Come on. We have to get her back to the hideaway. We don't want his sacrifice to have been in vain.
No. Of course not. I'll see that she's looked after from now on. It's the least I can do.
Wonder if that means that there's going to be a behemoth over here that I can just come and fight whenever I want. That'd be kind of cool. Sometime later.
From what I hear, you've barely left the girl's side in days. I hope she's recovering from her ordeal.
She is. Slowly but surely. She's far tougher than she looks. I thank the flames we found her. If we hadn't...
I know. But we did. I'm sorry we weren't able to save Chadwick.
There's no need to apologize. Without your help, I would never have found out what happened to him. How he fought to the bitter end to save her. To save Haida Marie. That's the man I remember. The man I thought of as a brother.
I wish I could have met him. I'd like to hear more about your past. If you don't mind, that is.
Of course. You already met my former master. She trained Chadwick and I to do two things: kill and obey. We were supposed to be sold to the highest bidder when the time came. But no bid was ever high enough to convince her to part with us. For years, we were her daggers in the shadows. But we could never quite shake our doubts about the things she made us do. And then, one day, we just couldn't do them anymore. So we escaped. But staying together was out of the question. They would have found us too easily. After so many years of training, the pull to serve was always strong. It scared me to think he might have taken another master, become a dagger in someone else's hand.
But even in captivity, the battles he fought were his own. And he died not as someone's tool, but as a hero.
Hyde Marie is proof of that. Bearers can cast off their shackles. And the Cursebreakers will show them how. I'll fight until my dying breath to see it done. For Chadwick, and for all of us.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be counting on you.
Good job, Doris. Let's go ahead and pick up these last two over here.
What do you think happened to Miss Mid?
Sid, you have to help us.
With what? You didn't take apart another of Mid's contraptions, did you?
No. Well, yes, but that's not what we want to talk to you about.
It's Miss Mididol. She's been acting strange. Very strange. She's barely ever around.
When she is, she acts like we aren't even there. Her head's in a crowd.
In the clouds.
That's what I said. In the clouds.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind. When did you last see her?
Not long ago. Right after she got back from saving you from Stoneir.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise. It did take quite a battering on the way there and back.
You didn't break it, did you, Sid? You really should be more careful around Miss Mididol's inventions. Don't listen to her. Even if you did break the Enterprise, you could put it back together, couldn't you?
But who's gonna put Miss Mididol back together? She seems really sad.
Why don't I go and see if I can cheer her up?
You do that? For us? She's in her dungeon.
Don't scare him. It's not a real dungeon.
Thanks for the warning. If you have a...
That's it! I knew it! The answer was right here under my arse all along! If this doesn't steer to the skies, nothing will!
To the skies? You aren't trying to give the Enterprise wings, are you?
What else would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. They're worried about you. Is this really so important that you need to shut yourself away from everyone?
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm, and that's with the sea beneath her. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to anything at all? It's not fair. The gods get the skies all to themselves, so I'm gonna do something about it. The Fallen had their chance, but they relied too much on magic. And see where that got them? But not me. I've discovered how to do it without. Well, almost. First I need to make a prototype.
And is that a one-woman job?
Are you volunteering? I'll have you know the Enterprise is my baby. But if a godfather's offering to lend a hand, I'd be happy to take it. First, I'll need oil, and not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the Tub and Crown. Refined stuff, like they make in Ordil. Then I'll need some bone, or shell. Light, strong, preferably no longer attached to the beast it belongs to.
If it's beast bones you're after, I'm sure the curse breakers will know where you might find some.
No, they'll know where you might find some. You're the one who offered to help, remember?
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
I will not let them be forgotten. Sid, may I have a moment?
Of course.
It is an honor to finally speak with you. My name is Herman. I've been with the Cursebreakers for some time now, and I wish to be deployed to Ash. Any assignment will do.
No. The lands across the Narrow are too dangerous. I will not send good men and women to risk their lives needlessly. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. Something important. I was raised in an orphanage. The Badbach Conservatory. Or rather, I was held captive there. It was not a place of nurture. It existed solely to turn bearer children into mindless weapons. We were tortured until we feared no pain. Tormented until our hearts turned to stone. And few ever survived long enough to become tools of the last king.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many. I can't even remember all their names. But they must be remembered. They cannot fade away, faceless and forgotten. The Institute was run with military precision. Every child measured, every name recorded, every death logged with meticulous care. Sid, allow me to travel to Ash and recover the registry so that my brothers and sisters might live on.
You were a good friend, Herman. But the fact remains that Ash is simply too dangerous.
Sid, please. Even should it cost me my life.
Too dangerous for you, Herman. But not for me. I'll go to Badbach and find the registry.
You will?
I won't let you risk your life.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can start by telling me where I'll find this orphanage.
Vida Grace. Hidden in a forest, overlooking the plains.
All right. I'll see what I can find there.
May the mothers guide you.
That should be the last. Oh, there's more hunts on the board. Cool. Yeah, I've got like a couple minutes left and then I'm gonna pop off, guys. My idea is go talk to Tomes and then probably drop in somewhere and then I'm gonna get out of here. I will be back on here in a little bit though. I gotta get through work tonight and then I'm trying to knock out the rest of the stuff that I have to do and try to do the main campaign quest that I have to do. So more. I know where that one's at. Captured such beast and serve. This particular specimen long since captors turned to Kashyyyk with the rest of the friends or by their pet when it broke free from its bonds. We shall never know. All we do know, there is none left alive put an end to it. Only issue. So it's somewhere in Waloed. The army captured it and tried to train it to serve. The two in Waloed. I know where one's at. Shit.
Twinside's hundreds of leagues away.
All right, Sid. Come to buy us around, have you?
Only if you earn it. Mid needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project. You've encountered your share of beasts on your travels across the realm. Any ideas?
Most bones are the same. Whack 'em hard enough and they'll break. If it's durability you're looking for, shell will serve you better. You know what an adamantus is?
I do. And I know to give them a wide berth. Will any old adamantus do?
Well, with shells, the older the harder. There's a rumour of an ancient adamantus down in Karava, near Old Bidza. Or what's left of the village anyway. But don't expect to make quick work of the bastard. There's a reason it's lived as long as it has.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. Oarsman, I found the flowers you were looking for.
You did?
I think I did.
You did indeed. My dear boy, thank you.
You wanted to make Dion a gift of one, did you not? Shall I invite him to join us?
Oh, I don't...
It's no trouble. I'll go and fetch him. Your Highness. Would you do me the honor of accompanying me?
No. It is time, then.
No. Only to the shelves. Our lawsman has something he'd like to give you.
Master Harpocrates. No. I dare not show my face before him. Not after everything I have done. I have taken countless innocent lives. And ruined countless more. All because I was weak. I have sworn to atone for my crimes or die in the attempt. But were I to meet with him again, and see in his eyes what I have become, I fear that my resolve might falter.
Then that is all the more reason to do it. Test your resolve. Prove to yourself, and to him, how strong it truly is.
You are right. I must, at the very least, offer him my gratitude. Very well, then. Take me to him.
Follow me.
He probably has the coolest like character design in the game.
I hesitate to approach him. What must he think of me?
You'd be surprised.
Master Harpocrates, pray. Accept my apologies for leaving your tutelage before my studies were complete. Your lessons opened my mind to a world quite unlike the one I had imagined from within the gilded confines of the palace. And I shall be forever grateful for the efforts you made to enlighten me.
Lift up your head, Your Highness. The deeds of youth require no apology. That you took the time to visit me says much about the man you have become. Now, there is something I would like to show you.
Is that a wyvern tail? The color is unfamiliar to me.
Because it is unique to those found in the wild. Something in the harsh environments in which they grow lends them this striking hue. Their roots are indistinguishable from those of their hothouse cousins, but once they bloom, the difference is immediately apparent. In this flower, I see you, Your Highness. Its roots were the roots of a wyvern tail, with all that implies. But they do not define it, just as yours do not define you. I want you to have it, that it might remind you of this truth.
Master Harpocrates, I would ask of you a service. Keep your gift until I have fulfilled my duty to the realm, for only then shall I be deserving of it.
As you wish, Your Highness. I shall await your return.
Our roots do not define us. No wonder my stepmother didn't like him. For reuniting me with memories I had thought long lost. I shall not forget this.
Thank you, Clive. Were it not for you, I fear I might never have found the right moment to speak with him. Not to mention the wyvern tails. I shall plant their seeds, that I might not disappoint His Highness upon his return.
I hope the soul in the hideaway is to their liking.
Why, these flowers bloomed in the bleak, black wastes of Waloed. I'm sure Nigel's yard will suit them to a T. When it comes to expressing one's gratitude, I find that words are seldom sufficient. Here.
What's this?
A Stolas quill. or more precisely, my Stolas quill. 'Tis said that an owl's feathers are steeped in the wishes it hears over its long lifetime. All those words just waiting to pour out onto the page. So consider this my wish for you. That one day you may put down your sword and pick up that pen.
Well, when that day comes, I'll certainly have a lot to write about. Thank you, Harpocrates. It shall have pride of place in my chamber.
Getting real. Dropping in, saving. You guys have a good night. I'll see you in a bit.